here at Westbrook Down on Hungerford Marsh, on land belonging to Hungerford Town and Manor. They have very kindly allowed us to plant some trees here, so this is going to be the first woodland we're planting this year of the Lockdown Woods. We're going to put some hedgerow trees along the boundary with the railway, and then we've got a mixture of other broadleaf trees going in here in an area which was previously some beautiful mature ash trees, and they sadly have succumbed to ash dieback disease, so they've been felled, and we're putting a range of other native British trees in here, excluding ash, unfortunately.
I'm here at Lockdown Wood in Hungerford. I've always been interested in environmental issues. I always recycle and upcycle and all the rest of it, but I thought this was a really practical way of helping planting some trees, so I'm very pleased to be here.
What we've done is I've sort of colour-coded the area with red and yellow poles for the hedgerow, which is going along the fence here.
On behalf of Hungerford Environmental Action Team, I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming today. Fantastic group of volunteers on behalf of Hungerford Environmental Action Team, the Town and Manor, St Lawrence's Church and Newbury Friends of the Earth. And thanks to the Town and Manor for letting us plant this new Lockdown Wood, the first in West Berkshire, on their land here at Hungerford Marsh. So it's a brilliant community event, so thank you everybody.
Hello, my name is Ellie Dickens. I'm Acting Chief Executive of the Town and Manor of Hungerford. I'm delighted to see that we've got 800 trees planted this morning in cold weather, but determined group of volunteers from Heat and Friends of the Earth. And we have been planting 800 trees towards the government's target of 330,000 trees a year for the next 10 years. Thank you to everybody who's come along, and this will be a great asset to the Town and Manor for future generations to enjoy.
I'm Mike Saunders and I'm the vicar at St Lawrence's Church, and we're here planting our Lockdown Wood. We've got 840 trees from the Woodland Trust, and we're very, very grateful for everyone who's come to help us plant them. I didn't want to have to plant them on my own.
So this is a walnut tree. I planted a walnut that I foraged here in Hungerford in the autumn 2 years ago. It's a massive, it's going to grow massive because it came from an absolutely massive, bigger than an oak tree. And it's 2 years old now, and I'm looking forward to putting it into the Lockdown Woods and seeing it grow and provide nuts for people and wildlife for years to come.
Hello. How's that? All right.
That's wonderful, that's just right.
This is really quite exciting to see it happening. I remember having these discussions over months now about how it would be good to get some more trees into West Berkshire, so it's good to really see it happening. And I've got a particular interest, not just because I live here and care about this place, but also because in my day job at Natural England I work on climate change, and trees are a really good way of taking up more carbon from the atmosphere. And also, if we do it in the right way, in the right place, providing so many other more benefits for people and wildlife.
This tree that's been taken down here is an old ash tree, and it had ash dieback. So unfortunately, a lot of the trees here did have to be felled. But the fantastic thing is that the Lockdown Wood's been planted today to replace all of these trees that have had to be taken down due to this disease. What sort of tree is this one?
Damson.
A damson. Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Are
Fantastic.
we looking for that? Deeper there?
This is hawthorns, these are going in, and we're doing it to try and grow, I think it's 800 trees, because we're a bit short of trees really. So in he goes.
We started this project back at the start of the first lockdown back in March, when we realised that a lot of people were off work and their children were off school, and they were in their gardens doing lots of weeding lots of lovely little tree seedlings. So we suggested that instead of putting them on the compost heap, that they put them in pots and looked after them for the summer, and then we could plant them out in our woodlands around the area. This is jute. It's a biodegradable marsh mat which we're going to put round all the homegrown trees like that, and the idea is that they give some protection to the roots and also stop the grass growing up quite so vigorously. So they'll just degrade over 2 or 3 years back into the soil. So, fantastic idea.
I think it's really good to do something that's definitely going to not necessarily impact our generation necessarily, but it's going to have a good positive impact for the generations to come, not just in Hungerford, but in the global community, really.
Okay, little tree. Good luck.
Oh, I've hit bedrock.
A good reason to be outside, and thank goodness the weather is good, and Heat is such a great organisation, so we're very happy to help.
And just being able to plant those trees and suck all that carbon out of the air, it makes ultimate sense.